Hello, today I'm here with Millenium at Forge and Fire Festival. How are you all today?
Fine, great, chilly, a bit cold.
Long journey, but we survived it.
Great, so you're up next? Or you're not next?
Yeah, that's the next one.
6:30.
Are you excited to play?
Yeah,
Right, later.
looking forward to it.
So, what do you think the fans can expect from you while you're on the stage today?
Some new songs.
We've been rehearsing a show that we can move about a little bit and give a bit of excitement in the show, not just stand there playing. And like we say, we're doing some new songs from the latest album, which was just released yesterday.
Yeah, I heard about that. So, you mentioned something about this kind of being the show to kind of like a party show.
Yeah, we're looking at it as an album launch. It's the first gig we're doing with the album out. It was released yesterday, and we've got copies today and vinyl CD to sell if anyone wants to buy it. So we're using that as the launch of the album. Really.
That's kind of cool to be able to, come to a festival and kind of have new people that probably haven't heard of you before, and they're kind of gonna hear you, see you live, and you might kind of pick up a few fans in the process.
Well, yeah, that's the idea. We hope, because that's what you do. You do gigs like this to sort of generate new fans, and hopefully they'll buy your records. So hopefully, might make a few sales tonight, but we'll see.
Okay, great. So it's kind of drawing to the end of the year now. So over the past year, how do you feel like you've progressed as a band, or what have been the key moments, highlights, and all that sort of stuff?
I think we definitely progressed as a band. We've got a bit of a new lineup now as well. Since last year, a few have left, if you want to say left, or been replaced. And I think we've got a better lineup now. We've got the best lineup we've had, and we all get on really well together, and that's what we're looking for. So that's a progression in itself. And we're sort of writing as well for the next album, and with the album release, that's another progression. So we're hoping to, obviously, every release trying to gain more of a following, and build the band up. So we're not a new band in a sense, but we're sort of a bit of a comeback band, if you want to call it that. And hopefully,
and through the year, the album's been made. We've written songs and recorded them. So that's part of a big feature of this year.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is your guys' opinion of the statement "heavy metal is dead"? Do you see that it's kind of used a lot by people in heavy metal itself, and it's criticised quite a lot, and you've also got people from the pop culture on the outside? I mean, clearly it isn't dead because we've got these people here today, and it's a lovely festival, but what do you guys think of that?
I totally disagree. Things seem to go around in circles, if you like. Resurgence comes along, and then this heavy metal comes along again. It might die out a little bit, then it comes back again, or different types of heavy metal, whether you want to call it new wave or new metal or whatever you want to call it, it sort of comes back. It's always there. It's always like underground, if you like. But there's other areas in other countries as well where it hasn't really died off at all, like in Europe. It's
more of an appetite for that kind of stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, so it sort of does that. It always has done. It's like it gets big and then it sort of dies off a bit. So it's just one of those things, really.
So,
I definitely wouldn't say it was dead.
So, sort of following on from that question, if you could change anything about the music industry, what would you choose to change?
Well, in this country, I would change the apathy, because when you say heavy metal isn't dead, it isn't. But the apathy of sort of going to see live bands seems to be. And I think maybe that's
original live bands. If you can convince people to go and see original bands rather than a cover band, it would be better off, and the venues would thrive more.
Yeah, but I think I don't know what it is about this. You do get certain venues that are fine, and certain areas. Or I think if you're a more established band, you have more of a chance to get the crowd. But again, as I keep pointing out, it's like Europe seems to be a bit more into the live scene. So hopefully things will change. That's what I'd like to see change. Especially in Britain. But we'll wait and see. Again, it was really big in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah,
It seems now that's done for a bit, but maybe things will come back again. I don't know. Hopefully it will.
There's more choice for people, isn't there?
Yeah. So hopefully it will.
So how was like the process of getting the album promoted? Because I think that for bands nowadays it can be quite a hard thing to do because you've not got the media promoting these smaller bands as much, and they don't get as much recognition because you've always got these. So these big bands are always currently put on the front of these magazines like Kerrang! Metal Hammer, and you don't get these smaller bands that get that spotlight, not even for 5 minutes. So they kind of don't get much of a following, and if they do, it's probably from supporting a band.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it is difficult, I suppose. I mean, in the 80s and 90s, you used to get a lot of magazines you mentioned, and used to sort of promote the smaller bands as well, and then maybe do like demo reviews and stuff like that. I don't sort of see that as much now.
Not so much.
You know,
Some bigger bands.
and I think they give more of a chance in the early like 80s and the 90s. They give more of a chance to like upcoming bands. It doesn't seem to be that much the case now, and maybe it's a selling point to just try and sell the bigger bands so that people are going to buy the magazine basically. But they should maybe specialise as well in, you know, because some of them lower bands at some point are going to grow, hopefully, and be a bigger band. So it's a good thing if they did start giving them a chance, you know. But it is difficult to get promotion.
There's a lot of self-promotion through internet.
Yeah.
You've got to do it. You can't survive without it. And you get all the internet radio shows.
See, I personally find that the smaller bands are a lot more talented than some of the bigger bands because the more you hear about the bigger bands, you find that they're actually kind of more overrated, and you kind of fall into that trap of listening to those bands and you just don't kind of like delve into the bands that are kind of like rising. Like for example, like a band called Midnight City that I got into, I'd never heard of them before, and they're not a massive band, but I've kind of grown to love these smaller bands a lot more now because of that one band, and it's kind of just grown. And I think if a lot more people were like willing to listen to these smaller bands, then you know there'd be a lot more kind of bands like rising and all that.
As Millenium's a modern release of well-known band, the name has been around for a long time. Even we struggle to get the next step. You know? I mean, even the record company they're not really pushing it. We've got to still go out and find our own promotion. So even getting the record deal isn't the end of it.
So if you guys weren't in a band today, so what do you think that you would be doing? Is there like any other jobs or other talents that you have?
We all have day jobs. So.
I mean, we'd love to do it full time, but you know, we do it because basically we enjoy doing it. It's not just like, oh yeah, we want to be famous. We do it because we love doing it. We love doing, you know, playing live. We love writing songs, love recording. So in that sense, it's worthwhile. You know, we're not naive enough to think, oh, we're going to be big. You know, we're going to be massive. I mean, probably that boat's gone, but it doesn't matter. We're still doing it because we enjoy it. And that's it. You know, we're not a young band where I think young bands will probably have more of an ambition, if you like. We're happy with a certain level, you know, and whatever happens. And if we gain more of a following, that's great. That's what we're sort of looking forward to do, really. Just trying to get more gigs, get more of a following, and you know, and that's really what we're looking at. So,
and I'd probably do gardening if I wasn't a musician.
That's pretty cool. So,
my wife would say that.
So who are like some of your main influences?
Sorry?
So like who are some of your main influences?
Oh my god. I think the first, I was sort of more into rock stuff when I was younger. But then a friend of mine came along with some albums. The last album with Dale, and that was, you think, wow, I want to be an heavy metal band.